I'm gonna get triggered here because I fucking hate I hate chaos, how they gate chaos rules behind the stupid shit. But chaos, Death Guard, Legion trait, inexorable advance. It applies to bubonic Astartes. But guess which vehicles? So and the keyword, it allows your vehicles that are in combat ignore the -1 to shoot into combat that they're involved in, and it applies to bubonic Astartes vehicles. So people just assume that things like demon engines are bubonic Astartes, but fucking demon engines, Plaguebear's crawlers do not this keyword, which means they don't get the fucking Legion trait. Just so stupid, right? So, but they didn't know that. They didn't realize that like you'd think that like fucking Plaguebear's crawlers and demon engines would have inexorable advance, which is the fucking Death Guard Legion trait. But no, they don't. So they were playing a game, and our coach actually said, "Hey, you ignore the -1," and then I said, "No, actually, you're wrong. Like you don't get that because fucking Plaguebear's crawlers are not. They're not bubonic Astartes for some reason, which is the dumbest thing. In fact, the only vehicles in the entire Death Guard book that get that trait are Hellbrutes and Land Raiders, which are the two least used, most useless fucking vehicles in that book. So it just pisses me off. Like, I'm just like, why, guys? Like, why have a Legion trait for vehicles specifically, and then have like a Legion that's like very vehicles heavy, and give it to fucking 2 of like 10 vehicles? Like, it's so dumb. Point me to one Space Marine rule that's that like exclusive. It just doesn't exist, right? Like if Space Marines get it, they just all get it. There's not like some get it, some don't, you know? So I could go on about that. I think it's the dumbest ass shit. Another stupid example, just like that is, so Poxwalkers, yeah, they're good, but like they can't score any secondaries except their ones, like specific ones. But like, name me one other troop choice in the game that can't score secondaries. And like the background reason is that they're zombies. Okay, so Termagants. So you're telling me like Termagants, fucking wolves, fucking like there's so many fucking weird creatures and shit. Like how is it that like you guys will let crew dogs and shit score objectives, secondaries, and fucking Thunderwolves, but my zombies can't? Like why? Just because? Because fluff reasons? Like go fuck yourselves, GW. Doesn't even make sense, man. The rules writing is so inconsistent, especially when it comes to chaos. I fucking hate it. What are gray areas, Tom? Is that just like weird rules writing, where like it makes no sense? God, I fucking hate Poxwalkers. Why do they gotta be good? I spent 20 minutes whining about Poxwalkers as I'm painting 30 more. God damn it. Yeah, well, I know you're on the Typhus can't be included in any army crusade, so I just think that's like this is the stupidest thing. Like I think we all agree that the intention is that he can be in an army, but like rules is written. Yeah, it's so stupid. And like the thing is, I don't know. Like here's the thing, I don't know like how GW decides which questions to ask or answer in their FAQs. Like, I don't know if like you're sending in these things into GW FAQs, but like, I don't think these are like it's one thing to answer a stupid question. It's another thing to just like not answer the question, right? So like, I bet you someone's asked some of these questions. Yeah, but I'm saying like someone's got to ask these questions. And it's just like they go to publish the fact and they're just like, no, we're not going to answer that. It seems really important and it's like game breaking, but you know, we just don't think we're going to answer it. Because I don't believe for 1 second that they don't know that those questions are out there, right? It doesn't make sense to me, right? Right, but that's my point though, because like they're so bad at writing rules in the sense that like, and I also think, and this I remember this from Adepticon. The year 2 years ago, not Adepticon, sorry, Nova, when Robin Crudis came, um, He came to watch. He's at Nova, and it was like the Invitational, I think. And this was before when you could deep strike on a building 9 inches away, and then do like a 1 inch charge, right? Which rules written was what you were allowed to do. And I remember him like watching that happen, and like this realization going off in his head that like, yeah, when you write a rule that says you ignore vertical distance, that's what players will do. And like it it just made me think that the guys that write these rules that actually work for GW, they like literally don't play the game at the same level or even close to the actual people that are competing. And I think we all knew that. That's not a surprise. But I guess my point is, it's like they're just like they're so far removed by like from like I know they don't, but I guess my point is like they're so far removed from any level of even competent play. They're not even playing at like low level competitive play. They're literally playing Beer Garage Hammer at fucking Warhammer World, the Bugmans, and they just have no sense of like how people read rules. It's like, and then when you tell them that this is what it says, they gaslight you and make you sound like you're tripping or you're a power gamer, or I can't believe you read it that way, or it doesn't need answering because it's super obvious to everyone and no one plays it that way. And it's like, no, dude, that's what it says, and that's how we're going to interpret it. Because as we saw, and here's the big fuck you, as we saw from the Death Guard FAQ that they just put out, they do actually make distinctions between things like characteristics and value, right? So a lot of players used to say, when you look at that Death Guard situation with like the fact that it's -2 to your movement distance, and they'd say, well, Death Guard says value. A lot of players would say, you know what? They mean the same thing. Otherwise, like, it's not a big deal, right? Or GW basically thinks that